over the
Hey
same
everybody,
one.
good evening. Hope everyone is doing well. We've got the B Game League play-in chat. We're going to be playing with some folks who are involved with B Game League in various capacities. They were all involved with our Q&A session, the panel chat that we had earlier in the month, I believe, a few weeks ago. The VOD is lost to record, but I promise it happened, and we're gonna have fun. And this one will be recorded, so you can watch later. But they're gonna hang out and play some games. In the chat, we have Adam from LiquidBit for sure is here. I just talked to him; he's hanging out with us tonight, so might be able to get some back and forth with him going on. Jackie is also was planning to come along. She might be a little late and or tied up, but we'll see if she can make it as well. But glad to have Adam along. As always, Adam's been a great ambassador for the team and has been really engaged with the community over the past month or two. And we've seen a lot of updates from him. We really appreciate that. So happy to have him along in the chat with me tonight.
Especially Jason.
Yeah, no, shout out to
you.
Jason. Just so you know who's here tonight, you can see on the screen, but I'll introduce everybody. So I'm KG. I run the behind the scenes stuff with the site and social media and the Discord. V is also in that same capacity, helps us with the Discord. She's an admin. We have her on the staff site as well. Does a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Of course, the league commissioner of B Game League, we have Bee's Knees herself will be running the show when we start in May. We've got Patrick Swayze, who is a developer for B Game League. We also have James, who is a developer working on UI assets and stuff like that. We've got Chasels, who does a lot of really cool stuff for us in support of our Discord. He works on some of the prizes that are coming out for the upcoming BYOT tomorrow. We're going to talk about that tonight. And Sklover is here as well. He's a moderator on both Discords, for both the Killer Queen official Discord and on the B Game Discord. So we're really happy to have him here. So we've got 7 of us. You may notice there's a spot. We had asked, I believe Altafor is also supposed to come. He's tied up right now.
He's here. Yeah, he's just joining. Yeah.
Hello, Altafor. Altafor is our...
He's here!
Altafor is our resident tournament official specialist. He's worked on writing out some of the rules that we use in various events that we've had, including tomorrow's BYOT, and he's joining us as well. So welcome all.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. You kind of cut out there.
Yeah.
Welcome all.
So if nobody locks in, Bees, if you want to just back out, I'll just shuffle the teams. You can stay there because I don't think you want a queen. But if you lock into worker,
I do not.
Well, if you lock into worker, then you won't have to queen. That's what I'm saying. So if you want to go lock into worker again, I take it back.
Yes, please, thank you. I mean, I'll queen, but
it's very This is not a high effort investment here.
It's not. Oh man.
I won his queen in quick play like 2 days ago. That was a big deal for me.
Just remember, whoever you lock in as in the first match is your BGL team for the next season.
Oh,
damn.
Well, technically, I've been on a team with both Sklover and V before, so we're already 3/4 of a way to a team that I've been on before.
And I've been on a team with Patrick Swayze before, so it worked.
Oh, we also have EG Free in the chat. I just noticed. Hello, Elise. She is an amazing behind-the-scenes worker on our team as well. She moderates on our B Game Discord, and she's running the amazing Camp Killer Queen Black event, which is coming up very soon, and that's going to be so much fun. I don't know if she's able to join us in the voice chat today, but I do want to talk a little bit about Camp KQB, which is going to be just a really fun event. It's not something we've done in this community before, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
She also ran a really cool gunslinger event a couple weeks ago.
The penguin event.
We did like
that was a great time.
Only gun masks. We had special prizes for headshots and stuff. It was just like super fun. I really enjoyed it. I like one thing that's great about I think what stuff we're doing with the league is being able to do kind of like fun stuff. Things that are a little different. So.
Elise, that would be great. I think Elise is going to try to come into the chat and talk about Camp KQB a little bit, which I think would be awesome. So if she comes in, we'll talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that one. It's based off like a arcade thing, which I don't know a lot about, but I know everyone from arcade like really loves it. So.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll let her do most of the talking about it, but it's coming up soon and it's a fun event. But before that, let's we have Chasels here. Let's talk about our most upcoming event, the one that's coming up closest. It's tomorrow. We've got
back to Chasels. Oh,
Yeah.
we have
Deets now.
we have the BYOT coming up tomorrow. So let's Chasels, why don't you run down some of the things that make tomorrow's event unique?
Yeah, so format's a little bit different than usual, and everyone likes it, as far as I've heard. But yeah, we're doing kind of like a Swiss round. If you're not familiar with that, it's kind of like a format that kind of mixes up the teams semi-randomly. And then we're going to head into a single elimination after that. And the different thing is that not only the top winner gets a prize, so we're doing basically separated out into groups, and then we'll have, I think, 4 different prizes. So even if you're like in 12th place, technically, you might be able to get a prize still. So pretty excited about that. And one of the prizes, I'm going to be writing a song for the winning team with the help of Patrick Swayze and Mr. Sopranos. So pretty excited to be getting into that. So a lot of support from the community going into this. So, and it'll be a little bit silly.
Anytime we mention Patrick Swayze, I have to always call out and promote for free promotion the band that he's in, Pay the Devil, out of Wisconsin. Check them out.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more to
mediocre
that
bluegrassy
than I
type
remember.
music.
Yep, he's a banjoist. We have, so yeah, like you said, we have several prizes. It's a really interesting play on what we've done before. We've split up into groups, so instead of, one true winner, there'll be a top group of like whoever finishes the top, but then there'll be smaller groups below that, and everyone who wins a group will get a prize, and it'll be like Chuck E. Cheese's, whoever comes in first gets first pick, and then there'll be more prizes available behind the counter.
Exactly.
You had me at like Chuck E. Cheese's.
I was watching Family Feud the other day, and someone's fast money answer to it was like name a place that everyone loves to go, and the guy said Chuck E. Cheese. Of course, this grown man.
Everyone.
Dude, have you seen the John Oliver thing? And he's just like, come to our rat casino, our kid's rat casino.
That is what it is. Yeah. Oh, Goose is in the chat and he said agree. I was just going to talk about Goose in the chat. We don't even need to go there.
Charles
Entertainment Cheese.
Yes.
All right. Well, before we let her wait around too long, I don't want to be rude. Elise came in and she's ready to talk about Camp KQB, which is awesome. So, Elise, welcome to the chat.
Hello. No worries. We Jeff and I were just hanging out watching anyway, so we're not doing anything else at the moment, but can definitely talk about Camp KQB a little bit. So the inspiration from Camp KQB actually comes from an event that we ran in Killer Queen Arcade in 2019. And so they had never done a draft mixer invitational for arcade before, and so the Portland scene actually put one on, and it was really fun. I want to say they had like 26 teams, so 26 of like the best queens from across the country, up and coming queens, people who were like really strong warriors, but also had shown that they could be able to perform at higher levels with Queen as well. They ended up being captains. And it was really fun because it was like a really big orchestrated event with a lot of effort put into it, and a lot of hype reveals. You didn't know who your team was until you showed up physically in Portland for the event. And so like I showed up and I got drafted by a New York queen who, as a small scene player, my scene was pretty new at the time, like I would never have the chance to play with him ever in a million years. So it was like really cool to get to meet some new people, learn a lot of new tricks as a new player. It was a really, really successful event. I know that both Obo and Woody and Walshy all played as arcade queens. So we definitely have a lot of people who are in the community who did the Camp KQA event. So we're really looking forward to putting that on. And I think Luck asked a really good question. Basically, how does this differentiate from normal weekend events that we would do? And they're very, very similar because we are online. We are able to do a little bit more of these drafts, whereas arcade is limited by things in person. But we haven't really done very many weekend events where you have a really wide variety of some of our most amazing queens play. Like, how many people have played on a team with like Lunch Meat, you know, or how many people have played with Oboe? I think it's kind of rare sometimes to play with queens like that. So it'll be really fun to get everybody together for like this big competitive tournament where everybody's on the same playing field.
So the if you wanted to say like what would be the best features of this for someone who is looking to sign up, like what are the pulls? Like if you haven't played in something like this before, why should you? If you're a worker looking to sign up.
So it's kind of interesting. There's a lot of different, to me, I think there's a lot of different things that make Camp KQB really fun. So if you are new to the game or you've been playing for a little bit but kind of dipping your toes into the competitive scene, you might have a chance to play with some of our most storied queens. You might get a chance to play with someone like UKG or Lunch Meat, like I said earlier, or Penguin. And so you'll get to play with some people who have been playing the game for a long time. So that will be really helpful to help grow as like a new player or one that's like dipping their toes into the competitive scene. But also like if you are a really experienced player and you've been playing KQB for a long time, you've done IGL, you're going to do VGL this season, like you might get to play with some different warriors or drone specialists who just like view the game differently than you. So you're going to get introduced to a lot of different styles and techniques, and hopefully you'll make some new friends too. I know that my biggest thing that I loved about Camp KQB is that's actually where I met Woody. And so Woody and I became like really, really good friends about that. From playing together at camp, and I gained like an arcade mentor from that situation. Oh, and Govna's making cool, unique trophies just for Camp QB. So anybody who wants to get their hands on a Govna original,
3D printed trophy,
sign up.
I want that so bad.
Yeah, I have mine from that BYOT right here. It's awesome.
He definitely does a great job. So he was kind enough to sign up to make some trophies just for Camp KQB. So really excited to see those. But yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. So far we have about, I think in the interest form right now, we have about 30 people preliminarily signed up. And it's a little bit of a chicken and the egg with, we need to know how many workers we're going to have to secure more queen spots. And then to secure more queens, we kind of have to expect how many workers we're going to see. So we definitely have enough to put on the event right now with, right now we have Peanut and KG and Penguin on East. And then on West we have Lunch Meat and Oboe and Jab. So right now we have enough to run with those, but we'll be announcing new queens sometime early next week that will be added next to the lineup.
Sorry,
that was game related, not you.
I knew you got him.
Yeah, I want to say that was awesome, Elise, but I can't talk too.
No, you're fine. This is a very intense pod.
We have an intense game 5 here.
Oh, Jam!
Jam was trying to hit my berry. I think he was trying to knock my berry out.
He's trying to put it in first.
Oh,
Maybe the
Suicide
fourth
berry.
variant. One of the last berries on Split I put in.
Yeah, I saw Jane put the second to last berry in on Split right as V dumped the final. I saw that.
All I'm gonna say is I apologize to whichever queen gets Jame in advance for Camp KQB. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, but I'll stay on for a little bit longer just in case we have any other questions in the chat about Camp KQB. It was a really successful event for arcade. A lot of friends, a lot of really competitive games. You get to play with people in a competitive situation that you might not get to play with normally, and so that's really exciting. Like I think I said earlier, like how many people have gotten a chance to play competitively with like Lunch Meat or Oboe? And not that many, you know, so it's cool to get to play with people that you wouldn't get to maybe normally.
Elise, Yeesh asked how many teams are planned.
So right now we have enough to 100% cover the 6 teams so far. I'm pretty sure we're going to add 1 East Queen and 1 West Queen in the next day or 2. And then TJ Buddy has a question about what factors into your decisions for queens to secure. So there is kind of a behind the scenes Camp KQB committee of people who are supporting, organize the efforts. And the 3 big ones that we decided on that would be factors into picking queens would be, 1 would be competitiveness, 2 would be community involvement, and then 3 is demeanor. So those are kind of the 3 things that we're looking at when deciding who to add to the bunch.
Demeanor. Love it.
It's important.
I agree.
It's really important, especially for, you know, like for some people this might be like one of their first competitive experiences.
Did you say Dementors?
Yes,
Dementor. Yeah, you have to be a
You have to be a
Dementor.
Dementor?
You have to be
What?
soulless to be in this
Oh.
event. Completely soulless.
We made an exception for KG. So
Oh, thanks.
A demeanor exception.
Dementor exception.
Oh.
Yes, a
Oh,
demeanor.
that's, oh my god! Oh my god! Oh no! I whiffed at the end. Oh, that was an amazing ledge. I whiffed at the end. The silly wabbit got away from me.
Shenanigans, you saw nothing?
KG, is it okay if you're my Patronus?
What?
Can you be my Patronus?
Whoa. Excuse me.
Hold on,
You're
man.
treading on my territory here. I claimed this back in my caster profile interview ages ago.
KG's your Patronus?
Yes. And I will not take
no.
further questions.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Did anybody see that?
We've also got like 2 other events this week. It's gonna be just a really packed week.
Oh yeah,
There's
so
that,
we can talk about that. We have coming up on tomorrow. We have the BYOT, but then on April 1st we have a really interesting event that is going to be the office party from the Karen Corporation. And I would say that there are interesting rules, but I don't really even understand if there are rules in this thing. It's like varying rule sets. Now, does anyone here know, like, have any inside info that they can provide on this? Because I sure don't.
all I know is they said that the rules would change between rounds.
There was
We're just gonna need to be on our toes.
And I threw
There was something really neat that I saw. I think that the winner of the event gets to choose a charity that the Karen Corporation will donate to, and I thought that was really, really cool.
That is great. And Elise, did you mention that we are going to be playing the Camp KQB for charity? We haven't quite ironed it out
Yes.
yet, but that is going to be a charity event.
Yes, it will be a charity event. We, for transparency with everyone else here, I mean, obviously this is why we're doing this. We were talking about maybe doing it for Extra Life again, but KG actually had a good idea. Maybe we'll do like our one solid tournament a year for Extra Life and then pick a different one. I actually got some recommendations in the interest forum, so I'm looking into those and I'm really excited about that.
V
My bad.
I'll help you. I'll save you.
was giving me a boost, turbocharge.
Yeah, the Camp KQB, we might do some spicy things with it. We might do some like bracket bets for charity. So be really, really fun.
That's awesome.
I'm sure you really want that gate alt.
Ah,
Oh, perfect. We have manager in the chat. So the manager is saying rules will change between sets. The play testers had a blast. That's great to know. Did some play testing on the event. Love to hear it.
Oh, so
And
they're gonna,
then-
oh, that's cool. They're going to match a charity like with the winner and do it that way. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, okay, perfect. I didn't obviously did not read the rule set very clearly. Sorry, alt.
Oh, also the
Yeah.
sign-up page looks really, really pretty.
It is.
Oh,
it is,
yeah,
it is
very
pretty.
very
Very colorful.
festive spring colors. Yeah.
Eric, I was looking into the effective altruism community before this, actually. So I'm excited. I'll probably pick your brain one-on-one outside of this, but I'm interested. I want to learn more.
Oh, we're full mill.
But that's going to be a fun event. So I'm
Cannot
excited,
stay alive.
excited for that. If anyone feels like innovating events, I've said this before, but like we're always looking for new events and new people to run. So if you have some ideas, just run it by us. We'll probably support it, put it on the calendar and all that.
Yeah, the more bees, the better. Man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
And then
actually,
we also have
Bees is
we
gonna
have
be- So go ahead.
yeah. No, that's actually
Oh,
just
yeah,
what I was
okay.
gonna say. KG, is Bees Knees is running the femme and non-binary night. I believe next
Friday
Friday
night.
April 2nd.
Friday night, April 2nd.
Yep.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I think for anyone like a little lost on calendar, I think we'll show a calendar sometime in between set.
Yes.
But yeah, if you identify as female or non-binary, we're gonna have just like a very casual kind of mixer style event, kind of like how we're just playing right now. We're just shuffling, except we'll shuffle entire rooms. So I think we have about 16 people signed up right now, enough for 2 rooms. But
KG.
please
Shot.
sign up if you want, just sort of a casual way to meet other femmes and non-binary people
Oh yeah, Rocket
who
Snail.
like the game.
Rocket Snail.
Yo, Rocket Snail's sick.
That sounds so fun.
Rocket Snail is a proposed event that involves a really fast snail and some other modifications where you can't win any way but snail. I
That's really fun.
haven't quite figured
never
out
thought about-
exactly what we're doing, but we're gonna try and roll it out somehow. It's gonna be either like unlimited lives with queens or no queens, like something like that, where the only way you can win is snail. There's gonna be no berry holes, stuff like that.
Do you want to show the calendar, KG?
Yeah, I will show
right in
the.
between sets.
Yeah, I'll show the calendar that I have. 1 second, let me pull it up. So.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, it's
custom match owner has exited.
Oh, I sure did. I'll pull it back up and you all can join me, and then while you all are joining, I'll put the calendar up. Sorry about that. I hit escape instead of ready. My bad.
All good.
Yeah, we have a dumb number of events lined up, and I think it's great. I think like when we were doing like some initial BGO proposal stuff, we had a question that was like, "You guys say you're having all these events, but like you haven't really given us any details." And we're like, "You want details? Here's details for 16 trillion events."
I have not formally introduced the voice you just heard, but that is Lightsaber Metrics. That's Jeff. He works behind the scenes for us as well and does some support work for B Game League that's coming up, and he's also a mod on the Discord. So thanks, Jeff. Good to see you as well.
Yeah, sorry. V jokingly like a few months ago was like, I forget whenever I jump into a VC with Elise, I have to remember that Jeff is probably also there.
So
Lurking.
here is the March calendar. I've just pulled it up. We have, I know it's almost the end of March. But we do have a weekend event coming up on Sunday, tomorrow. It is the BYOT. We already talked about that a little bit, but it's going to be a fun prize-filled event with Swiss round robin and then a single elim stage at the end where there's 4-team groups, so you only play at most two single elim matches. And then we have a dev update on Monday. So, Hatrick, is there anything that you can give us a sneak preview for that we might see in the update, or anything that you're excited about to talk about as far as progress since we last spoke?
I'm excited about just about all of it, but I feel like it's not super exciting to anyone else. Like it ends up just being a website, like it just looks like a regular website.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a website, and it's going to, I've heard, work. So
Yeah. And it's important to note that this like website that we're talking about is not the current website that you see when you go to like bgame.gg. It's like a multi-layered interactive website for the league itself.
yeah, it'll sort of do what the Indie Gaming League website does. So there you'll be able to register
Plus-
teams and invite.
Yeah. Plus what the Almanac does. Like it's basically going to make the Almanac unnecessary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is really exciting that we'll just have like one stop to do everything.
I'm sorry, we're going to make your spreadsheet obsolete. I know you love spreadsheets.
I think that's actually the highest honor of any spreadsheet is living long enough to see itself become decommissioned.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I feel like they
it's
usually
fine by
get thrown
me.
away before they're.
Your spreadsheet is graduated to a database.
Yeah. It lasted 3 seasons of IGL, so I'm proud. That's good for me.
And it was a
It's evolved. We gave it the
Yeah.
stone to evolve it. Well, I pulled up the April calendar now, and this is where a lot of the beefy events are coming up that we talked about. So the Thursday, April 1st, we've got the office party that we talked about. We have the Femme Non-Binary Night, which is so much fun, and it always has a huge attendance. So if you're on the fence about that, anyone who has attended before will tell you it's incredible. So definitely recommend that if you are able to go to that. And then after that, we have Camp KQB, which we talked a lot about. And that is going to be a one-day event, right, Elise? Or is that still being decided?
I think it's going to be a one-day event. I think it's a one-day event, and I think that we will be able to do the shorter time slot. More to come on that, but I would be. We would have to get the entire community to essentially sign up to have it to become a 2-day event. So we're looking at so far just Sunday, April 11th.
And when do you think we'll see signups open for that approximately for workers who are interested?
I am actually going to, once we once we introduce the next round of queens that are being invited, I will open signups, and I will also make a note that I'm just going to carry over anybody from the interest form to the signups. They can always DM me if they have to drop out or anything like that.
Great. So we're on the way.
Yep, definitely on the way. Next few days, we'll have official signups out.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to close this and we're going to start playing. But if you can see there, we have a 2-week event that is lined up called Turf Wars. And I'm going to remove the calendar. We're going to play. And while we play, we're going to get a rundown in the most basic form from Altafor, who's here. And although we don't have a rule set by any means set up for this, we do want to sort of hear what your vision is for this. You've talked about it being a sort of crew battle format. Why don't you tell us what your hopes and dreams are for this event is?
Okay, so yeah, the rules are far from finalized, but as of right now, I'm thinking the first week or the second week is going to be East, and then the other one's going to be West, and we're going to run a format where you'll get one chance to battle it out for your team. I'm thinking you're going to sign up in pairs, try to sign up with someone close in skill to yourself because they're going to be your opponent. And you're going to have to trash talk the crap out of them because they're your number one enemy that week. I haven't hashed out everything fully, but I've got a cool little world map, and we're going to do some fancy little sign-up shenanigans and try to get everything happening so that we can have a big East battle and a big West battle.
And we'll probably see signups for that maybe like after Camp KQB or around the time that happens, probably.
Yeah, around there.
Along with like a more fleshed out rule set, because I know there's going to be a lot that goes into this.
What is for those that are like, I've never heard of a like Turf War before outside of the Melee documentary. What is that a little bit more for those of us that are noobs to this idea?
Okay, so like the idea of a crew battle is just like a large team versus team format where like you basically it comes from fighting games where you would sign up as part of like a large team and you'd have one chance to basically play as many people as you could and take out as many opponents as you can. And if you can take out a whole bunch, that's great. If you can't take out any, you have a whole team backing you up.
Okay, so I have a question.
The short version, I guess, I think the key factor that hasn't been like explained well here is that the teams are going to be bigger than you're going to have more people on a team than you would feel.
Bees, no.
Now what? Okay.
Did you lose your on fire, KG?
Yep.
Oh.
Here,
I just froze after that. Like what? What's the problem? I threw in a berry.
Oh, sorry.
Dumped on by bees knees.
Anyway,
so
yeah.
my understanding is you're making like a world map. Like is this going to be like a PlanetSide 2 or like a For Honor type like world map where you like go into battles in these certain areas? Is that what you're doing with it? Or?
That is the goal, though I don't know exactly what's going to happen with it. It's still very tentative.
I like it.
That's going to be fun. I like that we're really getting original with this stuff and trying to be creative. Well, that is what we have planned. Then we have another Berry 3v3, or 2v2, sorry, at the end of April. So we had the 3v3, which was awesome, by the way. That was an amazing event that we just had, the 3v3 competition. And we're going to we're going to do the 2v2 version of it at the end of April, which we've already seen ones. We had it at the halftime of the Invitational we did last year. That was a lot of fun. And I think we saw some really interesting things get fleshed out in that we had like never seen before. Because like, there's no mill and there's only 2 people, so you can't really dedicate a permanent ledge, but you have to like kind of pay attention to ledging. It was interesting. James, you played in that. I know I didn't have a chance to play.
I played in the 2v2 one.
Yeah, the one with Good Games James, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Big fan.
I had so much FOMO from missing the 3v3 that I may have already gotten my 2v2 set up, so I'm stoked. I'm ready to go.
It was really fun. I think one thing about it is it's just not something we've done a ton. So there's like we don't fully get the meta.
There's no meta.
That fairy.
Well, we should also mention, let's not forget that this is, we do have Adam and Jackie are in the chat, and really happy to have them. So if anyone in the chat has any questions that we can, either us or Liquidbit can answer about, anything they have maybe upcoming. We have our Steam Remote Play just happened. I think we just released that, put that live. And we also have the Stadia releases upcoming soon. We don't have a date for that, but it's coming soon. So if anyone has any questions about any of those things, they can maybe help answer those. Don't want to leave them hanging here.
I feel like there wasn't that much fanfare, but did you see? I think Adam said that the gate particle thing is fixed.
I actually love that, and I'm disappointed that it's gone because I like the pillars.
I don't hate it.
I like the pillars. I really do like the pillars. Oh, whatever.
But I understand, and it should be celebrated, even though I agree.
Sorry, you missed your chance to fix that bug. We love it now.
It's feature. It's a feature.
Graduated to feature.
Oh no.
Oh, TJ, good question. Any deets on the new map?
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know. This is maybe I wouldn't say like a secret, but we haven't really play tested maps in a while, so I couldn't really offer anything on that. But the last map that we did play test, I assume, is the one that we're gonna see, and enough people have probably heard about it by now that it's not a huge secret. But I would love to know where we're at in that. I think it's on the roadmap for next quarter, so that would be starting in April. We would have that on the roadmap. But yeah, if you guys want to talk about that at all, Adam or Jackie, if you have any inside info on the new map, I'd love to hear it.
I know, I asked Seawall yesterday because he played. They did an event just like this yesterday with the QP mini bosses, and he did say that the next map would be one that we have played before and play testing. So I guess whoever did that play testing might know what he was talking about.
Yeah, I'm ready to fall for snail all over again.
Oh, yeah. Well, Catherine says she heard it's spiritually snail, and she's not wrong.
Do we have the name of it?
No, we don't have the name of it. There was never any art when we played it. The art wasn't ready, so it was always a plain background.
He said the layout is done, but
I remember that map.
Is what he said.
No,
Are you all? I don't even know if you all are allowed to talk about.
We can't. I can't really talk about it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think you're. I don't think you're supposed to.
Yeah, so there's nothing I can really say about it because technically the whole playtest is under an NDA. But
yeah.
So, but what I'm saying is that it's leaked over time. So people kind of found out about it through word of mouth, accidentally or whatever, and. I would say that if you've seen the map before or heard about it, it's going to be a lot of fun. And also, that was in September. It's been a long time since we've played that map at this point.
I feel like it was longer ago than that, even.
Sorry, Patrick.
That's the least effective ledging I've ever seen in my entire life. I think I got 0 berries. Also, I tagged 0 gates. Sorry to everybody on my team.
5. But for sure, I know that. Oh, hey, Seawall, what's up? Yeah. Yes, Seawall. We were just talking about the new map that we're anticipating in the second quarter, and how it's the one that we expect is going to be the last one that we play tested, and how some people have probably found out by now what it is because it was so long ago. And what is it? And it'll be exciting if we can see it come soon.
And if you need help coming up with a name, I'm kind of the naming guy around here, so
Yeah,
I think we should let Dadcore's name mashing service name it.
Oh, it's so good.
I love that.
It's so good. For those who don't know, Dadcore made a program that combined a bunch of it would swap
different parts of yeah.
It would swap either the first or last word of existing teams. So you end up with names like Oops in the Coffin, I think, is my favorite.
Oops All Gang was a good one.
Yeah, Oops All Games is really good.
There's also my whole us.
Hold on, where is that channel? I need to see whichever one I got, because I got a really good one. Where is that? Is that
Yeah, Feifel prefers West was good. Yeah, but you can go to the B Game Discord and go to Ask Winston and do ! team name, and it will give you I don't know how many names got put in there, but it was a lot.
A lot of them are manual. Like I think those
right.
are all manual team names, right? That a lot of them Chasels came up with, but there were some
Yeah, I
others
mean
for sure.
Chasels at a time.
I really like
Yeah.
struggling jazz musicians.
Un-
So good.
That may have been inspired by real life events from me, but
Unfortunately, I think Dadcore's name generator can't quite put a command in yet without scrubbing some of the names.
Yeah, oh
some of
no, dude.
some of them were a little bit questionable,
Yeah,
but there were some really good ones, very good ones.
I think buzzer beaters was a problem. Like the team buzzer beaters created
Oh yeah,
created
yeah.
some problem
Yeah.
names.
Oh god. Gang doesn't help.
It's kind of,
Gang.
Oh no.
There are definitely worse ones than that.
It's an indoor map. It's an indoor
I'm
map.
trying to put this bearing.
Oh yeah, for social distancing requirements to the masks.
Yeah, but speaking of team names, so tomorrow I'm gonna publish the team finder for the B Game League Bronze season, which will kick off May 3rd. So if you want to find a team, it's sort of like a big old spreadsheet where you can post, complete or incomplete teams that are looking for members, and also you can sign up as a free agent and kind of write a little information about yourself and maybe why people should reach out to you and would work well on a team together. I'm also going to put a temporary channel on the B Game Discord as well, so there's a place for people to chit chat about forming teams.
Yeah, and since you had just talked about that, I have the what do we call it? The calendar thing that we showed, the schedule for the league. Do you want to put that up at all?
Yeah, it's a calendar. Yep.
Yeah. Let me pull that up 1 second.
Yeah, and I don't want to talk forever about it as I've talked about it a bunch, but it's going to kick off May 3rd, and the first 5 weeks is going to be a Swiss circuit play where everybody on East will be in one big pool and everybody on West will be in one big pool, and you'll be matched against another team, and that first matchup might be a little imbalanced, but the more rounds you play, the closer and tighter your games will get. And then at the end of the season, we'll split into tiers for playoffs, and we'll do 6 weeks of playoffs. That's nice because we're going to take a week off in the middle for holidays in Canada and the United States. A lot of people kind of have that week off. We'll plan around that. And no one will have more than one game a week. So some of your games might be a little spread out if you're lucky enough to be in the winners bracket during double elimination. But it'll be nice and spread out, and then we'll have plenty of time to plan all kinds of wild and crazy stuff for the next off season.
Absolutely.
Well, what's the deal with hats?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand this hat stuff.
I heard Jason said that they're coming, and
Yeah.
Chasels is never wrong.
yeah, they're on the way.
Someone else asked about whether we would play test again soon. Sewall, I think, said in the chat that he wanted to test the map soon. I don't know if we have gotten any information about whether we would play test at a specific date or not, but I'd love to see play testing come back in the future. It's gonna be an office. The next.
It's where the ferry workers go to do their day job.
no.
It's calmed down. They all go to the office, file some paperwork.
Can the
Instead
map
of
be called
buried-
central planning?
Yes, reports.
I can't bump you. You're on my team.
Why does James always have a shield and he's always bumping me
Excellent question.
at any given
I
time?
can assure you, it's not just you. I'm always bumping.
Yeah, one thing we talked about after the Barry 3v3 was, wouldn't it be fun to have like just a whole league just for berries?
Would be.
Yeah, and it's something just like the way we're setting up our infrastructure. It's totally possible to do. You know, especially if we wanted to do. Like, I wouldn't want to do it concurrently with the regular league, but it might be something we could do in the next off season. Have like a short, 3 or 4 week kind of thing, or I don't know. Just there's like all kinds of stuff we can do.
Yeah, and that's
Oh my god.
I mean, that's like kind of the idea too with the breaks in between BGL is that a lot of people were saying they wanted a little bit longer breaks because you calculated how many weeks a year are we playing in IGL BCs?
Well, so a season was 10 weeks, times 4, so that's 40 out of 52 weeks in a year.
It's a lot.
That's
With just
a lot.
with just
That's a
3
lot.
weeks off in
Just shy of
between.
80%.
And just speaking for me, I was working a ton just on stuff to support IGL, right? Like I had a whole week on vacation and I spent it doing, Almanac stuff, seating committee stuff. So like I don't get any break, right?
Yeah. And so now we have a little bit more of a break, and especially once, like obviously I'm sure the website will have some iterations between this season and next season, but once a lot of that infrastructure is in place, like we'll have some really cool time to do some things that we want. And like if we want to run like a 3-week Berry League in between seasons, like that's totally feasible for after this first bronze season. Oh no!
Oh no!
You guys are evil. You're banned. You're banned from the league.
Sorry, y'all didn't see that.
So I asked Hatrick the question, what's something that you're excited for, like coming up for B Game League? I'll put the same question to Jackie and Adam and Seawall if you're still there. Like, I know we have Stadia, but is there anything specific that you guys are excited about that's coming up in the coming weeks or like imminently coming out that you're working on? Anything you want to share with us that maybe we haven't heard before? Just any kind of update that you're excited about? Be interesting to hear that from the Liquid Bit side. Nice Clash, Clover. That was good. Oh, I'm gonna die though. Oh, I'm alive. Abs. Oh, Abs. All right, yeah, Abs.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course.
Yeah,
Wait,
also
really?
QT, I think.
Huh?
I think Abs is on roadmap for second quarter, right?
I think so. Yeah, either first or second. Coming up soon.
Ah,
This
shucks.
map's tough because there's no shield on it, so I can't get a weapon.
Yeah, it's awesome. I have no shame on that.
Mies, what kind of new weapons like would you want, or like do you think we could
nuts.
even get?
Oh, snail skins. Let's go snail skins.
Oh, give me a javelin that you could hold while you're riding the snail. And slam for people. They don't respawn, they just get stuck on your javelin.
Want a warrior that controls like a bear.
I want a warrior I want a weapon as a drone. Like I don't want wings. I want to like throw bombs or something.
Bombs is the one that I've heard. That's the one.
I
Bombs.
love the idea of
That's
bombs.
yeah. I
I think
keep
that'd be
pushing that one.
A boomerang would be sick. Makes your like berry come back to you.
I've been saying that for a while. Boomerang is so sick.
What's different from like boomerang and gun though? Other than like gun has a longer
Well,
path.
the gun
Well,
would come back.
Right, so a boomerang
Make
is
the-
a
It would be
worker.
bi-directional, right? It would go away from you and then come back and hit.
Well,
Boomerang
Yeah.
a worker can have.
Other direction.
And then
Yo, make the boomerang work like Young Link's boomerang in Melee.
Yeah, I was
where
gonna
you
say, it
angle
should come
really
back.
hard, and like where you move after you throw it, like adjusts how it flies.
yeah, I would love to like leave me alone. I would love to like just like throw it and then like drop down to a different platform so that it would like follow me in a weird way.
Worker jetpack. Ooh, you're singing the bee's knees' heart right now, I think.
I want to see.
I just hate flapping.
I want to see like upgrades. Like I want to see workers get like a wall jump upgrade or like a double jump upgrade. I think that'd be cool.
Ooh.
Oh.
That might
You know in
take away from,
Towerfall
like,
when you like crouch in place and turn invisible, you get like an invisibility cloak for a worker. I could just like hide.
Oh no.
Bruce can already hide though.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you see this in the chat? We did a prototype of a worker very early on that could detonate and had an area of effect that with friendly fire. Yeah, that's what I'm
Like a
talking
suicide
about.
worker?
Make the game.
Yeah, yeah.
They just blow themselves
Oh
up.
no.
That sounds awesome.
Lemmings.
Yeah, I'm trying to be that serious Sam enemy with the like the 2 bombs in its hands.
This is so at at Bubble Bash 4, which is Arcade's Nationals.
Oh, nice.
They had a really neat activity where they uploaded a cab with all of the prototypes and let everybody play on them. And so you got to play on like unreleased maps that obviously didn't make the cut for playtesting. I think I want to say Seawall was probably there, so he probably remembers. But like really cool. They had a map with like trampolines and like platforms that move different directions. The Scorpion, oh yeah, baby, oh yeah. But
tell me
I
about
wonder,
the Scorpion.
it would be cool if when we get back to a place where we can do LAN events again, if maybe we could see some of those prototype maps. It was really fun in Arcade. So the Scorpion is, I don't even know if I'm going to do this justice, but I don't know the background or lore behind it. So Seawall or Shenanigans, if you can chime in and help in the chat. But there's like a Scorpion that will show up on the map and you can control it as a drone, and it's a little bit like Capture the Flag, like you got to keep possession of it and it goes back and forth, but you could eat the queen with the Scorpion. Wild.
It could like jump too, I think.
Yeah.
The queen.
Yeah, it just would eat, like the queen would be flying away from the Scorpion, and the Scorpion moves really fast, so you could catch up to the queen and there's no way for the queen to defend herself, and the Scorpion just eats the queen.
I would love like curved like wall slopes like Sonic the Hedgehog, and you could like ride the snail up the wall.
I want curved slopes for like throwing berries and have them like ramping.
Oh, that would be cool too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
There was like half a day where you could kind of do that, right? Like...
Crit throws, baby! Never forget crit throws.
Yeah, the crit.
Oh no. Never forget snail long jump.
Oh, dude, snail long jump is the
Snail
best
long
glitch
jump.
that no
The
one
best
will
thing
like.
that never got
Rest
into the
in peace,
game.
Snail long jump.
Snail long jump is the bottom of the KQB iceberg for sure.
So, James, they mentioned doing LAN events, and you've had like experience doing like in-person Smash events, and you've also talked before about like some of the current limitations that like KQB has in running such events with like the way it's set up. Is there anything you want to talk about with that?
I mean, I guess the main thing is. Sorry, I'm coughing, but Patrick's
Yeah, coughing is the main thing with in-person events right now.
Yeah, that's like the real reason we don't want to do those is because. Yeah. No, but I think like once we figure out how to not be a society riddled with COVID, we could a lot of us like each other enough to meet in person and play video games together.
Questionable.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
God, I hope I never meet James in person.
I'm gonna hurt you, Jeff.
I think,
Where are you?
They had berry stealing at one point.
But
like
I think
you could jump.
Sorry, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to change this. I'm sorry, but I just think, James, you've had like really good insights before about like the logistical like difficulties and like how everyone uses different like input methods and all the settings are different, and like how we've seen like some problems with like couch co-op and stuff. Like there's just a lot of like I don't know, little factors that go into making like LAN play work really well.
Yeah, so like one big thing is we would need a way to host like servers basically that aren't in Ohio. And so like because at the moment, like, if we wanted like 2 top teams to have a really competitive game at KQB, a lot of players use keyboard. You know, like if you ever played with oboe, you can hear the keyboard. It's the problem is you can't have 2 players using keyboard. Because they'll either have to change their like inputs or like both use a keyboard, but then they'll be using each other's inputs, and I don't think their Unity package like supports that. But basically, we would need like a way to have people like either bring their own setup or oh my god, Fuse almost got bumped in there. Or to just like be able to have like some pre-made setups and people plug in their own controller or their own keyboard, and we'd be able to connect with multiple machines and then have like one spectating or something. And like the thing is, I guess we don't really need that right now. But it would be like absolutely necessary for like an in-person event to occur with like any sort of competitive like backing to it. Because like, I don't know, it would be kind of silly if we all like show up in New York or something at this like big event and then we're just still playing in Ohio. So my thoughts on that.
Yeah.
It's
the
a ways
keyboard
away.
issue and the server still being an Ohio issue. Good point.
Yeah, and also the controllers, because right now you can't have you have to switch to D input from X input to have more than 4 controllers plugged in at once, and that's like not going to be an issue for most people, but if anyone uses the trigger buttons, it's going to be an issue.
Well, a lot of people use them for emotes and pinging.
Yeah, if anyone uses them like for like hacking, you know, I'm sure there's somebody out there. I want to be able to emote, so.
I know some people who have their bind throw button bound to trigger.
I mean, in a LAN tournament, though, you could just emote in real life.
That's true.
Well said.
The other big drawback of a LAN tournament is when the gang gets together, we're going to be really loud and obnoxious, and so we're going to have to invest in some glass walls to put around us, so that the other teams can't hear us screaming at the top of our lungs.
Well, I know a lot of.
What's the in-person equivalent of a heart emote? I want to know.
A hug?
Saying
Well,
heart.
What's
I'm
that?
not gonna hug people mid match.
True.
You just blow them a kiss.
James, as far as you guys being loud, every story needs a good villain, man.
That's true.
That's right, gang. Definitely the heel team out there for sure. Yeah.
Thanks for
Good
the
games,
very
gang. We're like the bad games bunch.
The bad games bunch.
Add a bad for every enemy you make. Bad, gang.
Okay, I'm kind of healing away, I guess. No, I'm a force of pure evil. Don't listen to what they're saying.
I would call you chaotic neutral.
Oh my god.
I got rocked.
A question I had. A question that I had for Adam in the chat, as the JSON person. I asked Seawall yesterday about this, and he said that there might be a ticket in the system. But one thing I asked about was, we love JSON, but it produces at the end of a match when you get to the stats screen. And if for some reason we need to end the game mid-set, we don't get those stats. So it'd be great if there was a way to exit the match and get to the stats screen, and or be able to reset a map.
That would be the best.
That would be the very best, because there are just so many times where somebody disconnects and then you want to restart, but you want to wait for people to return, right? But then you've lost the open, and
Yeah.
and you need that countdown again in order to have a clean open.
Yeah, so the ability to just reset one map back to the countdown and then retain all the stats from previous maps in that set would be incredible. That would be the #1 fix for disconnects and stats and all that.
Yeah, I think especially while we're still trying to, it sounds like we're still working out some of the Switch disconnect troubles going on too.
No dump
Yeah, but we love the JSON stuff, right? No.
What's the game? Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I think just from like a player experience, user experience perspective for BGL, having the JSON exports is going to be a wild
It's
improvement
huge.
for our team
It's
captains, and
huge.
that is like, thank you Bees Knees for getting that, because that is such
Yeah.
a huge user experience like improvement for us. I can't even say how many teams I talked to who are like, I'm not gonna have to manually enter all of my stats anymore. Like, incredible.
Instant buy-in to BGL.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll DM you, Adam. I'll DM you.
I have a small story related to that. Is the other day, me and KG and some other folks from the KQB community, we like entered an Overwatch tournament. We were way out of our depth.
Oh yeah, we got demolished.
Yeah, it was fun, but we got destroyed.
Go to James' Twitch if you
and
want
it
to
was
see us get wrecked.
Yeah, I had to enter stats at the end, or not enter stats. I had to, what is it? It's like confirm match results or whatever. And the other person messaged me and was like, "Oh, hey, can you confirm the results?" And I like panicked for a moment, and then I just went to the site and clicked one button. It was done, and I'm like, I can't wait for that to be us.
Yeah, so we had like a whole development meeting today just about, for BGL, just about dealing with results. It's really exciting. I mean, you can already download, if you do !JSON, JSON, in the B Game Discord, you can get the link to ProSiv's, latest release of the JSON reader.
Okay,
And yeah, we've been working on that. It's really exciting. But yeah, we're like kind of dealing with those edge cases right now. Like, well, what happens when, there are disconnects and they can't, they don't have JSON for every map, right? How are we going to handle that? So, it's complicated.
Oh no, I got jumped on.
Oh, dark mode.
Ooh, Killthorn, that's fun.
Oh, and the
I was
berries are
talking about
lights.
those
The berries should be lights.
Fog of War.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
had
was-
an idea of Fog of War, Secret Snail Victory.
Who did I literally talked with someone about that like 2 days ago. I
Yeah,
swear.
we were like riffing on that the other day. I don't remember.
That
I
would
mean,
be
imagine you'd have to like part of the strat would be sending somebody down to like keep the snail in their vision.
That's so wild.
That's just why you have an Altifor on your team.
Always there.
Not everybody is so lucky.
That is true. I am the luckiest snail rider in the entire KQB league.
Oh no.
I mean, that's one reason I really love to have like all the events that we have planned, is you can really mix it up and play with people that maybe you don't always play with, and it kind of helps you get to know the community better.
Yeah, definitely. Another plug for Camp KQB with that, but that's honestly like one of the major goals for Camp KQB is fun but competitive. Hopefully you'll leave the experience meeting a new friend or somebody that you don't normally play with.
Oh my
that
God,
hopefully you'll be able to play with a little bit more after camp.
I can't be lucky forever.
Yeah, man, that was on you for so long. Oh, that was terrifying.
Damn it.
Sounds like. Does anybody else have any other questions in chat for either BGL or for the devs? I think KG did say that would probably be near in the last set.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up after this one and do a close it out. But if anyone has any last questions for us about the league, there will be a dev update on Monday, a formal dev update that we're gonna put out in the Discord for BGL. So look out for that. BYOT is tomorrow.
Oh, Seawell's got
Signups are
something.
still open.
You gonna give us the deets now, Seawall?
At least give us something. Don't you can't just say that and then not say anything else. You gotta give us something.
Oh, does it have anything? Seawall, you can't ever top Chrisbot though.
Yeah,
Like
Chris Bot is the single most powerful
Oh,
entity in all of
Chris
KQB.
Bot mode?
Oh, can we
Yeah, I'm here for Chrisbot mode. Absolutely. Okay, so for those of you that are not familiar with the legend that is Chrisbot, we did a PUBG
You should
event.
link the video in the chat.
I might have it.
Okay.
I'll see if I can find it.
I'm just constantly screaming the whole time in the video, so. But for those that do not know the legend of Chrisbot, we did a PUBG event, which is a really super silly event that we take from arcade. That the beautiful and wonderful Daddy ran for us, and for some reason, I don't know how. I think with the shuffling in of like players and bots and moving things around, it somehow populated 2 extra bots for one of the teams. And then Chrisbot was standing in the standing worker pose as I think a blue drone, but was riding the snail for gold. It's the wildest thing.
And there were like 5 or 6 players on a team, like because there's extra players who spawned in.
Yeah. And the whole thing with PUBG is that if you get family portraited, you like automatically lose. And so our team is screaming because we can't kill this Chrisbot riding the snail. And so, but then we look around and we're like, okay, there's not all of them are in the portrait, some are up above, but you only need 4 out of 6 workers to get a family portrait, apparently. Incredible.
Watching that now, it's awesome.
Chrisbot, the absolute legend. But you lost me at topping Chrisbot, Seawall. So I'm sorry. I just don't know if it can be topped.
Hold on.
I mean, what if that's what happened in Famine? Chrisbot just came and rode the snail, and no one could stop
Yeah.
it.
I am excited to see what you do have for us, though.
Oh yes, we're playing it.
Here, I also have the original video files. Dude, these may be
So good.
not safe for work on. So
Yeah, it's okay. We got the director's cut. We're good. We're good.
Walsey is very good.
Walsey's incredible.
Oh, look at him go! He's moving.
So good.
Yeah. Absolutely incredible. Chrisbot, always doing us dirty. Always.
That was like probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. I mean, I had not laughed.
Funny for you because you didn't think that you got eliminated in PUBG off the first round. Are you kidding me? I was like almost crying.
Dude, that made my win fraudulent. It actually goes to Dadcore. The true fact.
Well, you know,
Yeah, who knows that cheat code?
that is gonna do it for the event. We're gonna wrap it up, but thanks to especially big thanks to Jackie and Seawall and Adam for hanging out with us for an hour here and chatting about some stuff coming up. Like we were talking about earlier, a lot of events, including tomorrow's BYOT signups, are open until the end of tonight. So if you're last minute trying to get in,
I think there's an hour, right?
this is all the time you have. So go make it happen. But we're gonna try and get. I think we're at 15 teams. So I think we're looking for one more, right?
We're at 16.
Oh, okay.
16? Oh, 17? 17 maybe?
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're looking at it, there is Camp KQB sign up. Is that the interest form, right? And the sign up.
Yeah, I'll post. I'm gonna post the BYOT too.
And you can in the B Game Discord, you can do !events, or you can DM that to Winston, and it gives you all the events with all the rules and sign up links and everything. So that's a good way to check everything out too.
Mm-hmm. At least I tried to open your link and it told me the resource is unavailable.
It's rude.
Resource.
Now it works. Now it works.
Okay, I was gonna say, it works for me, but for some reason I don't know why. We had all sorts of issues with the Google form. With I think my Google account was on Just Computer, and so it thinks that when he signed up, it thought that it was me. So always having a mini heart attack now when I'm editing the sheet.
All right. We'll see you all tomorrow. We will have the BYOT casted. I think we've already got we had Rich and Warby was signing up to cast some games that she wasn't playing in, and maybe we'll get some additional help for that too. I think the QP mini bosses have done it, but they might be playing in the event this time. I don't remember, but
yeah, there's a whole QP team. Yep.
All
They're
right.
signed up.
Thanks, everybody. Wear a mask.
Yep. Yeah, wear a mask.
Yes,
absolutely.
please.
Get your shot when you're able to. When you have your opportunity and it's your turn, get it and do the right thing. But thanks everyone. We're gonna sign it off. Thanks to the whole team over here on our side for taking some time out to talk and hang out. We'll hit you up on Monday with the dev update, the BYOT tomorrow. Check the calendar out on the Discord, and we will see you next time. Thanks everybody. Really appreciate it. Have a good night, everyone.
Everyone.
Night.
Night.